safety, and their progress is continuously monitored. These include investigation tracking systems for sexual offences, crime early urgency centers, national data. Incidents are government made the punishment of rape more stringent to the Criminal Law Amendments Act 2018. The House shall proceed. Next question. Question number 103. Is Priya Honorable Madam? A stampede occurred at the Briarco Plaza on 29 January 2025. The truth behind the claims of world-class system has been exposed. Half-day arrangement, administration, special focus on VIP movement, paying more attention to self-promotion than management, and mismanagement are responsible for this horrific incident. VIPs were helped, but no one cared for common people. They and they died. As per official reports, 30 persons lost their lives and 90 persons got injured in the stampede. In reality, thousands of people died in Mahadur. The ruling party is hiding the death toll and other details of the tragedy. There should be strict punitive action against those responsible, and those who have hidden the truth should be punished. Will the Minister of Home Affairs be pleased to state A. Why was stampede happen when the ruling party was claiming world-class arrangements? Is the government ready to take the responsibility? B. The government has failed to provide number of deaths and those who are missing. If there was no guilt, then why were the figures hidden about extra number of deaths? C. What measures were taken by government after stampede? Minister of Home Affairs. B. Honorable Madam Speaker, as per question A, we acknowledge the tragic nature of the incident. Our government is deeply saddened by it. Our thoughts and prayers are with the bereaved family. As far as the arrangements regarding Mahakumbh are concerned, every aspect related to security and public convenience was thoroughly and carefully examined to ensure seamless arrangements. Holding areas were established at all border points to manage crowd pressure in the fair area. Arrangements for food and drinking water were ensured at all holding areas so that no devotee faces any inconvenience. We emphasize the need for heightened vigilance and caution in the Mahakumbh area. Continuous monitoring and precautionary measures were ensured. Our government ensured safe and smooth departure of every devotee because it is our responsibility to facilitate their journey. To achieve this, seamless coordination with the railways was maintained to ensure continuous train operations. Extra buses from the Transport Corporation had been deployed to accommodate the rush. Patrolling had been increased and traffic flowed smoothly on all major routes including Ayodhya Prayagraj, Kanpur Prayagraj, Fatehpur Prayagraj, Lucknow Pratapgarh Prayagraj and Varanasi Prayagraj. Unnecessary hurries were avoided. On January 29, 2025, over 10 crore people had descended on Prayagraj for Mauni Amavasya ritual. The number of gathered devotees on the auspicious day was far more than anticipated. Despite the urge of officials to devotees not to prove the nose of the Sangam Ghat and take the holy dip wherever they were, a massive crowd broke through barricades. This resulted in the stampede at Mahakumbh. As per question B, it is totally unfair to say that figures were hidden about the actual number of deaths at Mahakumbh. Our administration had shared the figures publicly. Mischievous elements have been spreading fake information since the first day of Mahakumbh, but such conspiracies will never succeed. The statement of opposition that thousands of devotees died in the Mauni Amavasya stampede in Prayagraj is lamentable, regrettable, and misleading. While the nation and the world take pride in witnessing the grand celebration of Sanatan Dharma, the opposition is setting new narratives of deceit every day regarding Mahakumbh. Their statements expose their ill intentions towards Mahakumbh as there has been continued effort to spread lies and conspiracy against Mahakumbh from the very first day. Their statements against Sanatan Dharma are most shameful and condemnable. Unwillingly, I have to say that there are people who wake up at noon and simply read out the notes prepared by their office staff. They are not leaders, but mere readers, making a mockery of themselves and politicians. The opposition is making unverified claims. They must present proof of what they speak in the house. किसी ने सच ही कहा है, आईना जब भी उठाया हो, पहले देखो, फिर दिखाया करो. As per question C, after stampede, we ensured the quick response of the air administration, police, NDRF, SDRF, and civil defense in ensuring that the injured were quickly taken to the hospital. All injured received proper treatment. Our officials personally met the infected individuals. Hospitalized persons following the of guidelines, treatment, traffic flow, prevention of buildup of devotees, and coordination among the departments to further strengthen the arrangements. Additionally, a judicial commission was immediately formed to investigate all aspects of the incident, ensuring the safe return of approximately 8 to 9 crore devotees was the government's top priority. Next question. Question 104 is Ishita B. Honorable in the 2024 Environmental Performance Index, India ranked 176 out of 180 countries with 27.6 points, placing above only Pakistan, Vietnam, Laos, and Myanmar. It performed poorly in air quality, emissions, and biodiversity conservation, largely due to its heavy reliance on coal, which contributes significantly to greenhouse gas emissions and air pollution levels. Specifically, India ranked 177th in air quality and 172nd in projected emissions by 2025. In South Asia, India is identified as the largest emitter of transboundary pollution, impacting neighboring Bangladesh and affecting residents badly. Will the Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change be pleased to state A. Is the government ready to take the responsibility? B. What measures has the government taken to ensure environment protection? Honorable Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Honorable Madam Speaker, as per question 8, it is true that India has been ranked at 176 in the EPA 2020, but our ministry rejected the low ranking. The major reason of rejection is that several indicators used in the calculation were based on unscientific methods. In addition, the indicators were assigned arbitrary weighting without explanation. Moreover, the projected greenhouse gas emission indicators has been developed by overall 10 years. Further, the environmental performance index box doesn't include India's wetlands and forests, which are carbon. In nutshell, the choice of indicators for EPI, weightages and even the ranking methodology has problems. So, we consider EPI reports absolutely baseless and unreliable. As per question B, our government stands committed to address the problems pertaining to environment and climate change. We have launched various schemes aimed at preservation, conservation and protection of the environment. Mangrove Initiative for Shoreline Habitat and Natural Income has been launched on 5th June 2024 to preserve the sustainability of coastal habitat. The National Afforestation and Eco-Development Board is implementing Nagar Yojana to significantly enhance the trees outside forest and tree cover. The campaign "Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam" has been launched by our government to motivate the plant trees as a mark of love and respect for their false earth. In addition to it, our government has set a target for creation of carbon sinks of 2.53 million tons to grow trees. We are also implementing National Action Plan on Climate Change, which comprises mission in specific areas of solar energy efficiency, water, agriculture, human health, and green India. The National Mission for Green India is one of the 8 missions planned under the National Action Plan on Climate Change. It aims at protecting, restoring the India's forest cover and responding to climate change by undertaking plantation activities in forest and non-forest areas. हम आपको बता दें मौजूदा सरकार जो कहती है वह पूरा भी करती है। Question number 105 विद्यार्थी B. Honorable Madam Speaker, a US military C-17 Globemaster military aircraft landed with 104 Indian nationals. We believe that they have a legal right to deport people who are illegally residing in their country. But the manner in which it was done, in handcuffs and legs tied with chains, squeezed into a military aircraft in such an abrupt manner is not acceptable. They were completely robbed of basic human rights and dignity. The group included women and children also. Their cuffs were not unlocked even when they did. It was worse than hell for them. Around 24,000 illegal immigrants are currently in the US custody. The Indians in the custody are not criminals or terrorists but had gone to the US in search of better life. We condemn the absolutely reprehensible behavior meted out toward fellow citizens. Will the Minister of Foreign Affairs be pleased to state A. Is the government ready to take the responsibility? B. What measures has the government taken to stop recurrence of such inhuman behavior with Indians in future? Honorable 2024, 71.52 crore Ayushman Bharat health accounts have been created. 132 healthcare professionals are registered under APDM. 46.25 crore health records prime minister provide health benefits to lakhs of people in India. The House will proceed for breach of written motion. Ms. Sanjana, do you wish to say anything? Honorable Speaker of House, राष्ट्रपति जी के खिलाफ अभद्र टिप्पणी करना अस्वीकार्य है। इसलिए मैं आपसे निवेदन करती हूँ कि विपक्षी दल के वरिष्ठ नेता के खिलाफ कार्यवाही की जाए, जिसकी गलत टिप्पणी से राष्ट्रपति जी के पद की गरिमा को ठेस पहुंची है और समस्त आदिवासी समुदाय का अपमान हुआ है। Ms. Sanjana, have you given the notice of your concern earlier? No, madam. You may please give your notice and I shall examine it and inform the House. Okay, madam. Now, papers to be laid on the table of the House. The figure what says, Honorable Madam Speaker, I make to lay on the table a House in a copy in English and Hindi of annual report of Sergeant Ballard Welfare Company Limited, New Delhi, for the year 2023-24, along with a detailed accounts and comments of the controller and editing general thereof. Honorable Minister of Tribal Affairs, Honorable Madam Speaker, I can lay on the table of the House a copy in English and annual report of National Education Society for tribal students, New Delhi, for the year 2023-24, along with audited accounts. Secretary General to report the message from the upper chamber of the Youth Parliament. Honorable Madam Speaker, I have to report a message received from the Secretary General of the upper chamber of the Youth Parliament. I am directed to enclose a copy of the Constitution Schedule passed and Rights Orders Amendment Bill 2024, which has been passed by the upper chamber on its sitting held on 14th December 2024. To lay on the table copy of the bill passed by the upper chamber. Honorable Madam Speaker, I lay on the table of the House the copy of the Constitution Schedule passed and Scheduled Tribes Orders Amendment Bill 2024. Youth Parliament. Honorable members, I have to make an announcement. And on behalf of the honorable members of the House, I have great pleasure in extending a warm welcome to Her Excellency Ms. Monica. Speaker of the Nepal Parliament and the honorable members of the Nepal Parliamentary delegation who are on visit to India as our honored guests. The other honorable member of the delegation is Ms. Raksha. It is a very high-power delegation. The delegation arrived on Monday, 17th March 2025. They are now seated in the session hall. We wish them a happy. We also convey our warm greetings and very best wishes to them, to the Prime Minister, the Nepal Parliament, the government, and the friendly people of Nepal. Now, let us take up the calling attention motion. Ms. Tripti, please call the attention of the concerned minister.
माननीय स्पीकर महोदय, मैं माननीय पेट्रोलियम एवं प्राकृतिक गैस मंत्री जी का ध्यान पेट्रोल और डीजल की लगातार बढ़ती हुई कीमतों की ओर आकर्षित करना चाहती हूँ। पेट्रोल और डीजल के रिकॉर्ड उच्च स्तर पर पहुंच गए हैं। लगातार बढ़ रही कीमतों के कारण आम आदमी पे असर कर और भी बढ़ गया है। पेट्रोल और डीजल की बढ़ती कीमतों के चलते हर आवश्यक वस्तु की कीमत में बढ़ोतरी हुई है, जो कि एक गंभीर चिंता का विषय बन चुकी है। इस विषय में क्या सदन को बढ़ रही कीमतों के पीछे कारणों की जानकारी दी जाएगी? सरकार द्वारा इन वस्तुओं की आसमान को छू
Honorable Madam Speaker, I would like to add that the increasing issue of online obscenity by digital creators and social media influencers has sparked widespread criticism in the country. The language being used on many online shows are offensive and contrary to moral standards. With the advent of information technology, people are their conduct shows lack of responsibility. There must be parameters for defining obscenity and vulgarity in public discourse. The same situation continues, then how can culture in the coming time? The policies of the government are aimed at ensuring an open, safe, trusted, and accountable internet for its users. With the expansion of the internet and more Indians coming online, the potential for Indians being exposed to obscene and vulgar content on the internet has grown. Many challenges in securing cyberspace also flow from its vastness and borderless nature. Our ministry acknowledges the growing societal concern over the misuse of constitutional right of freedom of expression to showcase obscene content online. We are particularly looking at penetrating content on OTT platforms, which are seen as having less stringent content moderation compared to traditional media. Warning has already been given to OTT streaming services against transmitting any content that is prohibited by law. They should ensure that age-appropriate content is delivered to viewers as per Information Technology Rules 2021. Focus on taking proactive action for violation of code of ethics by the platforms. The government is assessing the efficacy of existing laws and is going to suggest amendments to bring online platforms under legal scrutiny. A detailed note in this regard will be submitted for the principal authority after the deliberation. Now, legislative business will be taken up. Honorable Minister of Civil Aviation to introduce the bill. Honorable Madam Speaker, I beg to move for a reiterate hearty and accept. The question is that we be granted to introduce Bharti Biogas Nuclear 2025. Those who are in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those who are against it, please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Leave is granted to the Honorable Minister of Civil Aviation to introduce the bill. Honorable Madam Speaker, I introduce the bill. The bill will be considered in the next session of Parliament. Now, the House will take up into consideration of the prevention of fast food availability in educational institutions Bill 2025. Honorable Minister of Human Resource Development, please.
Respected Madam Speaker, I beg to move that the bill be taken into consideration. Honorable Madam and Honorable Members of the House, I submit that children and youth of the country are the most important asset of any nation. If they are healthy, only then a nation can be healthy and prosperous. Healthy eating habits play a substantial role तो कैसे चलेगा नहीं चलेगा India has seen massive rise in the consumption of fast food over the recent few years. Various factors influence the Indian market to lean towards fast food culture involving rapid certification, weaponization of Indian culture leading to vigorous growth. In Plan Commission has recently directed all the universities and colleges to ban the sale of junk food items in their campuses. स्वस्थ नागरिक किसी भी देश के लिए सबसे बड़ी संपदा है। उनकी अच्छी सेहत से ही होती है देश की सेहत अच्छी। एक बात बता दूं कि ज्यादा धन से कोई अमीर नहीं होता। अमीर वह होता है जिसका स्वास्थ्य अच्छा है और स्वस्थ व्यक्ति वह है जो पौष्टिक आहार लेता है। Therefore, the purpose of this bill is to ban the sale of fast food items in all educational institutions to prepare our youth to defend themselves and to build a healthy society. Honorable Madam Speaker, I am confident that honorable members of the House, irrespective of any party affiliation, will support this bill wholeheartedly. I now move that prevention of fast food availability in all educational institutions bill 2025 be taken into consideration.
The motion is moved. The prevention of fast food availability in educational institutions bill 2025 be taken into consideration. Leader of opposition to express her views on the bill.
Honorable
Physical activity behaviors of children and youth are influenced by many sectors of society, including families, communities, faith-based institutions, healthcare providers, government agencies, the media, the food and beverages industry, and entertainment industry. Each of these sectors play an important independent role in improving the dietary and physical activity behavior of young persons. Banning the availability of fast food in educational institutions will not solve the young mind. They have the right to eat what they like. But it is the responsibility of parents to make खान-पान की जिम्मेवारी अगर उनके माता पिता ही निभाएं तो बेहतर होगा। क्यों ना शिक्षक को शिक्षक का काम भी सौंपा जाए। The home environment and parental influence are and the children will get it at their home, and elsewhere.
Ms. Ashti, do you wish to make any comment on the draft of the bill?
Honorable Madam Speaker, we cannot say that developing healthy eating habits is the duty of parents alone. Educational institutions play a critical role in implementing practices that support healthy behavior. The educational institutions have direct contact with the students for approximately 6 hours each day and up to 80 critical years of their social, psychological, physical, and intellectual development. The health of the students is strongly linked to their academic success, and the academic success of the students is strongly linked with their health. Helping students to stay healthy must be a fundamental mission of every educational institution.
Regarding
Madam Speaker, instead of banning fast food in educational institutions, cabinet action be imposed on importers and manufacturers ready-made food items to control massive infiltration of Indian market with fast outlets, which has taken place in the depression policy of India.
Ms. Tonal, what is your viewpoint regarding the bill? Honorable media has significant influence on healthy lifestyle and eating of children and adolescents. Instead of banning fast food directly in educational institutions and Ms. Tanu, I hope you have gone through the bill. What is your observation?
Honorable Madam Speaker.
team. Do you wish to make any comment on the draft of the bill?
Honorable Madam Speaker, this is true as any falsehood does not do anything good. But Madam, it is the human nature that when we are ready to do something, exactly anyone does the most. Let the use choose what they want to eat. We can't stop them from.
Ms. Kamal, do you wish to make any comment on the draft of the bill?
Honorable Madam Speaker, it is true that the problem due to fast food will not be overcome by the efforts of the educational system alone. But they are the major link to society and should be empowered deeply to make students aware about harmful effects of fast food on health. Healthy nutrition during childhood and adolescence lays the foundation for healthy adulthood. Therefore, the multiple benefits of healthy food and nutrition in childhood and adolescence reinforce the need for these issues to be a high priority on the agendas of educational institutions.
Honorable Prime Minister, will you please enlighten the House with your views on the bill?
Honorable Madam Speaker, the members regarding the bill. We are healthy youth in making healthy